Game is not suitable for children or the easily disturbed. It includes depictions of horror elements, human-animal violence and death, abusive relationships, disturbing images, loud noises, flashing images, lights. More individual phobias may not have a safe experience. Illicit content triggers F11. There we go. Please take care of yourself. Hello everybody, I'm KDog618. This is Do Not Take the Cat Home. I just want to, okay, well, I don't know if I should read that if it contains spoilers. Are the spoilers read? No. Okay. Everybody, this is Do Not Take This Cat Home. I don't know what it was about. It was under the horror category of games, so you're not having a great day as usual. Damn. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, but in the middle of your walk it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. It makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that, and the weather. None of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The sound, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. Is a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. I love it already. So cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyways? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. Just looking at you. As if waiting for you to take the next move. Take the cat home. Ignore the name of the game. You know what? You reach into the box and pick up the cat, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone and, well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier and presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. One you living alone in it. Oh. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out a can of cat food and open it with a tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat, after all. I'll just leave it here for you if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. It's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. We have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread, toasted. Mayo and mustard? Spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce? Perfectly placed. Tomato, slice. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly, but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon the cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all my efforts. We're gonna take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your finger's cut, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While I'm eating my sandwich. While I'm cleaning up the kitchen. While trying to watch TV. I gently push it away every time, but I'm starting to get worried at the strange behavior. It's because it's a vampire. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what it'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. I don't have many other options left than tossing it out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, I pick up my landline and... The lights just went out? Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. Check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. Must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that I had no doubt messed with my usual routine. Grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Kill? Help? The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. Going completely haywire. The cat stares at you, completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but... its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky pits. The flashlight flickers. Ah, crap. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How's the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel it's as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, and feel as if the air itself coils tightly around abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. But waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered, I hope you heard that. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden, primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste and you fall to the ground. Sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Wounded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably opened door screech to a halt, as your brain heard a noise in my house. Identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, and still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it licked completely clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up in your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing, golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. It bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. The chill in the air is taken... The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue still spreading to your throat. And the incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood fresh from the wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding! The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints of your injured foot. Your injured foot leaves in the wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then you don't stop running because... if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then... what in the world is behind you? Quick save. Look behind you. Huh. Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. Well, something happened. Don't know what it was. Something killed me. But, everybody, thank you for watching. That was the first episode of Do Not Take This Cat Home. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor and let me know down in the comments, or hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I don't know, just do something. Let me know if you want to see more of this, because it feels weird and there's probably a lot of endings to explore. But thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.